welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. This is a men's channel with men content. If that is something that you enjoy watching, then do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe. Now, gentlemen, let us get into it. Black women in particular, modern women, but black women in particular, they have the highest rates of STDs. In particular, they have the highest rates in cases of gonorrhea. Because nowadays, the modern day black woman, they have no principles. They have no regulations, no boundaries when it comes to sexuality. They are hypersexual. They even promote themselves as hookers and prostitutes in the ways that they dress, in the ways that they talk. They don't have an issue with being out in public where you can see their panty lines, to where you can see if they have a shirt on that is so tight that you can see nipple rings of the nipples. They have no problem trying to get what they want by using sexuality. They try to manipulate men through sex. Now, as a result of this, the black women, the modern day black women, lead in cases of sexually transmitted diseases, all types, a variety of sexual transmitted diseases. And the one that I'm covering tonight or today is gonorrhea. Now, my sources are the CDC, the blackhealthmatters.com, and not CDC. So let's get started. Let me read to you my facts. There was a study that was taken in February 2nd of 2022 from the World Health Organization. And it says that cases among people reported as black accounted for the majority of female gonorrhea cases. 58% of female cases with known race being black, and females with syphilis cases by 75% in the first half of 2021. So 58% of known gonorrhea cases of women who are going to the clinics, 58% of those cases that came back positive for gonorrhea are black women. The modern day black women who do not share the traditional beliefs of chastity or virtue. What they believe now is demon time, YOLO, I'm a savage. This is all these type of things that these particular type of women like. The type of women that don't mind dressing whorishly. These are the women who are going to the clinics and have so many cases of gonorrhea that they lead by 58%. Now, let us go into the Black Health Matters and see what I can read for you there. Now, according to the CDC on here, because they also quoted a study that was given by the CDC, the blackhealthmatters.com. It says, while chlamydia rates stayed the same, we know that syphilis was up by 16% and gonorrhea increased 4%. Now, it also says black women, although they account for 14% of the U.S. population, they also account for almost 2/3 of all reported cases of gonorrhea, 1/3 of cases of chlamydia, and almost half of all syphilis cases. It also said black women were more than 6 times more likely to have chlamydia than white women, and more than black men. Now, I want you to think about that. These women have more sexually transmitted diseases than white people and more than black men. They're living lives of whoredom. They have no way of regulating themselves. They have no self-restraint. A dollar bill can make their panties drop at a second. A man who has a bag, they're willing to prostitute themselves. And yes, it's prostitution. Anytime a man pays for your phone bill with the understanding that you're going to keep him pleased sexually throughout the time he's dealing with you, and you are not his wife, you're not his girlfriend, but you're calling him up to get your nails did, get your hair did, or to get him do anything that will cost him, and you know that he's going to want some sex from you, you are engaging in prostitution. You don't have to walk the streets to be a prostitute. You could be a prostitute in the comfort of your own apartment, sitting on the couch. When he's about to come over right now to get some of that good loving, and you know that at the end of that session of you fulfilling his sexual need, he's gonna break you off some change, you're a prostitute. You are a hooker. You are no different than the whore that we see walking up down the street that has a pimp or don't have a pimp. You're no different than the woman that we see that's selling herself for $40. You are a whore and you are a prostitute if you are selling your body and having sex with men with the expectations that he's going to gift you with money or just buy you stuff to keep you around. That is prostitution. And we have that in our community. It's running rampant in our community because the modern day black woman does not see it as a form of prostitution. They only see it as a form of coming up. It's not a hand up, it's a handout. Now let us continue and see what else I can find for you, gentlemen. In a race between the ages of 15 and 24, you see a lot of black women catching it. So younger women in those age groups are definitely getting gonorrhea. Why? Because if you look at the younger women and look at their role models, and a role model could be a bad role model, a role model could be a good role model. It's just a person who sets an example for a person to follow. They are caught up between Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and other rappers who promote being a hypersexual whore or a hypersexual dog, in my personal opinion. They want to emulate these things. And the majority of women today, especially in that age group, younger women, they can't think for themselves. Someone else has to think for them. So it's easier to manipulate them because they are gullible. It's not hard to do because most women are following their appetites. When I say appetites, I mean they're just materialistic. All you got to do is have a nice car, a nice place, and have a little money in your pocket, and you can pretty much sleep with almost any one of these women now. And it's not always the women who are just ghetto. It's women who are college educated catching cases of gonorrhea because they're making bad decisions in the men that they're choosing, and they are making bad decisions in the way that they vet people. They don't know how to vet nobody. A lot of these women are so whorish, they can sleep with 3 men in a week. A lot of women are so whorish, they have no issues with men running trains on them, and then they will brag about that. If you look at some of these TikTok challenges, you look at some of these challenges online, you'll find a whole lot of women acting like beasts, in my personal opinion, glamorizing the fact that they know how to be whores. They glamorizing their music. They talk about what they can do to a man, how they can break a man, how they can make a man get off, how you can get him to get his rocks off, and then in exchange of that, they want some kind of form of payment. No morals, no values. This is the day of whoredom. These are the burdens that the modern day black women are putting on the shoulders of men who are trying to look for women who are marriageable. These type of women are not marriageable. Let me see what else I can find for you. Well, gentlemen, that's all I have on the stuff I looked up. But let's get into the situation a little deeper. Without the black woman, we have no black community. Okay? Black men need black women need black men in order for a black community to grow and to strive. But it's important for a black woman to carry herself with respect and dignity, to be examples for the other black girls that are growing up who would be black women for black men and wives for black men. All this not caring or only God can judge me, which is just another way of saying you can't hold me accountable, only God can hold me accountable, which is foolishness. God can hold you accountable, but he also has given men and women the ability to judge behaviors. This is how we are able to tell the difference between what is right and what is wrong, because we have judgment. We can judge your behavior. If you don't believe that, as I said in my other videos, look at how many black men are sent to jail. Look at how many black women are sent to prison because a person who had the authority by the court to judge you based on the behavior that you have shown us in public. So yes, once you act like a whore, when you behave like that, what is going to ensue next is a judgment. We can judge you. And that behavior, that immoral behavior, is unacceptable. And this particular type of behavior is what destroys the black community. But did you realize, before children, when they come out, when they are born, before they have any knowledge of God, for them, their God at that time is their mothers, because from the first moment they see their mother, the mother starts to take care of them. They start to nurture the child. And they depend heavily on their mother. For them, that's like their God until they realize who God is. You get what I'm saying? So women who behave like whores, they are begetting whores. They are raising whores. A lot of women who act like whores right now, who act like side chicks right now and mistresses right now, their mothers were the side chick. Their mothers were the whore. So they adapt these whorish ideals. They adopt them, they espouse them, and then they themselves become whores, catching all these STDs. So a lot of these women, man, that you are talking to, they got this, the clap. Because a lot of women, over 58% have gonorrhea. And a lot of that means women are having sex without protection. That they don't care, and they blame it on everything but their own selves. They blame it on the alcohol. They blame it on the situation. They blame it on the fact, I just wanted to feel good. I was stressed out and I just couldn't control myself. All those things are excuses and lies, man. Black women, I'm holding you accountable. This is what this channel for. It's men's channel. And we are sick and tired of hearing your lies and your excuses as to why you cannot be marriageable, as to why you cannot treat us right, why you always insult us, or why you are so disrespectful. How can you look at a man that shares your race and treat him worse than a man of another race? I don't know. Well, anyway, if you've seen something valuable in this video, gentlemen or women, I got ladies followers and I got men followers, hit the like button and subscribe. More men's content to come soon.